classmates. Grace Wilkinson here, and we have Mary here to talk about Boulevard from 1977 to 1979. So, Mary.
Hi.
Hi. What was Boulevard like in 1977? Did it look any different?
It was actually very different. When I went to Boulevard, I was there for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And the newer wing, how you all enter from the side of the building, or I guess not everybody does, but like where the kindergartners go in the morning time, that was not there. So the office was in a different place. That whole section of the building is new since I was at Boulevard. And when I was there, it was kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grades, all in the one school.
Oh, interesting. What was your day like?
Our day started at 9:15, and we got to school. You couldn't get there earlier than, I think, 8:45, but everybody liked to go early to play kickball or foursquare or tetherball were the big games. And then, so we started at 9:15 and we ended at 3:15. And in between we would have like all sorts of fun things. Like we would have show and tell. A lot of times people would bring in a parent and they would talk about what they did for their job or things like that. Like a special guest, you could bring in special guests too.
What were your teachers like?
My teachers were so nice. So my 4th grade teacher and my 5th grade teacher also had my older sisters as their students. So that was really fun. And my 4th grade teacher was named Mrs. Baird, and she played a version of Math Facts Around the World, where she would hold a Nerf ball, and she would call it a math fact, and as she would call it the math fact, she would throw it to someone, so you'd have to catch it and answer the math fact. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah. Who was your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher was my 6th grade teacher, and her name was Ruth Newman. Miss Newman, and we liked her because she was so crazy. She was sort of new to Boulevard. She had my best friend the year before. She was a year ahead of me, and she was really funny. She was large, and she would walk in between our desks and like hit our desks with her hips when she walked past. She was really funny. We liked her a lot.
What kind of projects did you do?
We did all kind of different projects. Not as many, I don't think, as you do now. But we would do a special person project, and you had to report on somebody in your life that was special and stood out and did nice things for you. You could make like a collage of them, or you could bring them in and present them to your class, things like that. That was a big thing that we did.
Okay. What was your day like?
Well, we started at 9:15. We didn't have all of the specials that you have now, but we had PE. And we had PE in the same gym that you do now, but the rooms that are sort of near that were locker rooms, and we had to go and change into PE uniforms. And I forget what the boys was like, but the girls was like a romper, and the top was kind of light blue, and the shorts were dark blue, and everyone hated them. They were terrible. So we had PE, and then we had band. And you could choose your instrument, and you got to stay at home. It was fun. Our band was terrible, but some people, I played the viola. A lot of people played the violin, so I chose viola to be different. Mm-hmm. And like I said, our band was really bad, but it was fun.
Okay. What was your favorite part about Boulevard?
My favorite part, I loved my teachers, but I also loved. I didn't love this as much as I loved my teachers, but I loved the fact that we got to go home for lunch. We'd eat really fast, and then we'd race back to school to play kickball. And it was really fun. Everybody loves kickball.
Okay, well.
And the reason that I'm wearing a coat right now is because we have a gas leak in our house, and so there is no heat or hot water. Just wanted to let that be known.
Okay. Yeah, that's about it. And the reason I'm doing the video is because she's such a busy person. We couldn't bring her to school, so bringing us to you. Okay.
If you have hot water, I might come to school.
Drive safely. Can you turn it off, Dad?